Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome to the Travel Plan. On today's video, we'll be seeing the top 10 must-see sites in Rome. We'll be visiting Borghese Gallery, the Spanish Steps, Palazzo Barberini, the Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, Capitoline Museum, the Pantheon, Castel Sant'Angelo, and of course, St. Peter's Basilica. I'm here at the Borghese Gallery. What a beautiful building, and that's why it's one of the top 10 must-see sites in Rome. So the Via Borghese Princiana was built in the early 1600s by Cardinal Scipione Borghese, who was a passionate art collector and nephew to Pope Paul V. So the museum officially opened to the public in 1903 when the Italian state acquired it from the Borghese family. The museum is best known for its extraordinary collection of Bernini sculptures. Among these include the Rape of Proserpina, Apollo and Daphne, and David, each filled with movement, emotion, and technical brilliance. Bernini's Apollo and Daphne captures the exact moment that Daphne's fingers are turning into leaves. It's one of the more celebrated works in the Baroque era. The museum also has a room dedicated to Caravaggio, which includes Boy with a Basket of Fruit, St. Jerome, and David with a Head of Goliath. I'm here at the Spanish Steps, another of our top 10 must-see sites in Rome. I'm here at the Spanish Steps. The Spanish Steps were completed in 1725 and designed by architect Francesco de Santis. They were funded by the French as a gift to the city. It was the most ambitious staircase of its time, designed to connect two powerful nations, the Bourbon kings of France with the Papal State. So the Spanish Steps connect the Piazza di Spagna below with the Church of Trinità dei Monti at the top. The name Spanish Steps actually comes from the Spanish embassy to the Holy See, which was and still is located here in the Piazza di Spagna. The church, Trinità dei Monti, is actually French, not Spanish. It was built under the patronage of King Louis XII of France. So the Spanish stairs are actually French stairs that lead to a French church, but are named after the Spanish. I'm here at Palazzo Barberini, another of our top 10 must-see sites. So Palazzo Barberini was begun in 1627 for Maffeo Barberini, who later became Pope Urban VIII. The building was designed by three of the greatest architects of their era, Moderno, Bernini, and Borromini. The result is a Baroque masterpiece of symmetry, space, and theatrical flair, with long hallways, central courtyards, and grand staircases. The palace holds one of Rome's most important collections of Renaissance and Baroque paintings. One of the crown jewels is Raphael's La Fornarina, a mysterious portrait believed to depict the baker's daughter he loved. The museum also holds several Caravaggios, including Judith beheading Holofernes. Despite its quiet reputation, Palazzo Barberini is a must for art lovers and is often overlooked by tourists, making it feel like a private discovery. Here's the next stop on our top 10, Trevi Fountain. So the Trevi Fountain was completed in 1762. It was designed by Nicola Salvi and it was finished by Giuseppe Panini. The fountain was commissioned by Pope Clement XII to mark the terminus of an ancient aqueduct, but also to provide a theatrical display worthy of Rome's grandeur. So the fountain is the largest Baroque fountain in all of Rome. It measures at about 26 meters high and 50 meters wide. The fountain marks the end of the Aqua Virgo Aqueduct, which dates back to 19 BC and still supplies the water today. The aqueduct was said to be discovered by a young girl, Virgo, who led thirsty soldiers to its spring, giving the aqueduct its name. So the figure you see in the center is Oceanus. It's not Neptune. He is the personification of the sea. He's standing in a shell-shaped chariot pulled by seahorses and tridents. Oceanus represents the endless primal power of water, not just the sea. He stands between order and chaos, flanked by symbols of nature's flow. One horse is wild, the other calm, symbolizing the dual moods of the sea. The two statues represent abundance on the left and salubrity on the right, reflecting the life-giving powers of water. So tradition holds, if you throw a coin in the fountain over your left shoulder with your right hand, you'll return to Rome. So it goes, 1 coin equals return to Rome, 2 coins you'll fall in love, and 3 coins you'll get married. I don't know if it's true, but as you can see, people by the millions come every year to find out. I'm here at the Colosseum, one of the top 10 must-see sites in Rome. So the Colosseum is not its real name. Its real name is the Flavian Amphitheater, named after the Flavian dynasty that started building it in 72 AD. The name Colosseum likely came later, possibly from the Colossus of Nero, a massive statue that sat just outside the arena. The arena could be filled and empty within minutes thanks to its 80 entrances and sophisticated crowd controls. The arena hosted gladiator battles, animal hunts, public executions, and even mock naval battles. The arena could be flooded with water on such occasions. The underground area, called the Hypogeum, was filled with cages, trapdoors, and elevators to surprise the crowd with sudden appearances. I'm here at the Roman Forum, one of the top 10 must-see sites in Rome. Over the centuries, the Forum became the center of Roman legal, political, and religious life. This is where senators gathered, citizens voted, and gods were honored. The rostra, or speaker's platform, once stood near the center of the Forum. And that's where famous orators like Caesar and Cicero addressed the crowds. The Temple of Saturn, one of the oldest in the Forum, used to house the Roman treasury and became a symbol of the Republic. I'm here at the Capitoline Museum, one of the must-see top 10 sites in Rome. The Capitoline Museums were founded in 1471 and are considered the world's first public museum collection. Inside, you'll find famous sculptures like the Capitoline wolf, depicting Romulus and Remus suckling from the she-wolf. It's Rome's mythological origin story. The piazza was redesigned by Michelangelo in the 16th century, and it reflects Renaissance ideals of symmetry, proportion, and grandeur. The Starburst was also designed by Michelangelo, and it was reoriented away from the Roman Forum to face St. Peter's Basilica, symbolizing the shift from ancient to papal power. We're here at the Pantheon, the next stop on our top 10 must-see sites in Rome. So the Pantheon was originally built in 27 BC by Marcus Agrippa. This building that we see here today was rebuilt by Emperor Hadrian between 118 and 125 AD. So that inscription that we see on the front means Marcus Agrippus, son of Lucius, made this during his 3rd consulate. Pantheon's geometry is perfect. The height from the floor to the oculus equals the diameter of the dome, forming a perfect sphere inside. The interior was once covered in bronze and marble. Some of the bronze was stripped by Pope Urban VIII to build the baldachin in St. Peter's Basilica. Inside are the tombs of Raphael, King Victor Emmanuel II, and King Umberto I, making it not only a church, but a national shrine. I'm here at Castel Sant'Angelo, one of Rome's top 10 must-see sites. Castel Sant'Angelo was originally built as a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian. It was meant to be his final resting place. It was a bold statement of legacy, designed to hold not just Hadrian, but his entire dynasty, a tomb the size of a fortress. In 590 AD, during a plague, Pope Gregory the Great claimed to see the Archangel Michael appear above this castle, signaling an end to the plague. The vision was so powerful that people believed the plague ended at that moment. The sword was sheathed, Rome was spared. The vision inspired the name Sant'Angelo, and since that day, that castle has sat atop the fortress. Over the centuries, the castle has been repurposed by popes as a refuge, fortress, and treasury, especially during times of war and rebellion. When the city was under siege, this was the Vatican's panic room, fortified, stocked, and ready for war. I'm here at St. Peter's Basilica. What a beautiful building. The basilica was originally built in the 4th century by Emperor Constantine. What we see here today was started in 1506 and completed in 1626. It took 120 years, 20 popes, and some of the greatest artists ever known to build what we see here today. The dome was designed by Michelangelo, and it soars 136 feet from the floor, making it one of the largest in the world. Michelangelo never saw it completed, but his designs were so perfect, they used them to complete the dome. I hope you enjoyed our video on the top 10 must-see sites of Rome. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And as always, step by step, let's explore together. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.